Okay, welcome back to some Dominion 6 with Toxandria, a whole nation of the little people, and it's quite amusing. It wasn't at the start, I'm going to show you that, but now it's kind of amusing. Because we are winning our war against Bakata, which we initiated. So it's fun to initiate a war and win it. That's always nice and satisfying. I don't know exactly how many provinces Bakata has left. We can spitball. Yeah, I mean, there's some clear winners here. Clear winners and losers. Yeah, Bakata is, he's down there. If we assume Nemeton is like 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces he's maybe got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he's probably got maybe more. Maybe he's got 3, 4, 5, 6. He got down here somehow. Oh, he came maybe over here. I don't know. Anyways, we'll take care of it. All right, so we've got a lot of slingers led by a guy riding a goose. That's the sort of thing we're doing here. We've got some... I didn't set up a despair. Didn't I have something that I was happy with? Oh yeah, we could be casting Twilight. Especially because we have, like, no ranged, really. Oh yeah, the question was, do our guys have night vision? Dark vision 50. It's true sight. Not the boars, but they're trampling. And the Springhawks do. So yeah, I mean, we want Nightfall Warriors. So, hold on. So Twilight, 3 and 1 gem, and the Nightfall, Shadow Warriors, no, Nightfall, is 3 and 1 gem. So as long as we have a guy with 3 and 2 gems, bada bing, bada boom, I would say, we're in business. So what do we got for 2 glamour gems? Assuming I can't just... Okay. Dream Spool plus Fairy in a Bottle. Job done. There's probably something else if I really wanted to look into it. I think there's a big time helm. Or... I thought there was a... I thought there was an item that did like +1, or it was like -1 to all magic except glamour, or something like that. I thought it was a helm, but now I'm losing my mind. Damn it, I'm gonna have to look on the workshop now. Glamour, chromatic, terrafoil, that's it. It's glamour earth. That's gonna be tricky. Well, hold on. Yeah, it's a crown. Right. I do not have this. I do not have it at all. And this is everything in the game. Which is weird, because it's like... I do have the gem gen mod certainly enabled, you know. There's definitely things in here it's not normally, like the chassis of the mountain. But we just don't have access to Terrafoil. I don't know if I would want it or could make it anyways. It's 4 temporary glamour gems, -1 to all non-glamour paths, and auto spell false fetters. I mean, I probably would want it, but yeah, I don't know if I can make it. Okay, there's also, though, the chromatic barrier shield. Boom. There you go. 15 gems gives you 2, and auto spell bewitching lights, which is pretty nice. Armor negating stun doesn't affect friendly. MR negates easily, which isn't great, but area effect 3 is pretty nice. Yes, we will want this. I think you were making... You made a thistle mace. Let's get another cornucopia. We sent an NAP off to Zabalba. And we could start taking thrones, but I really would rather try to get this war done. I think we're going to go back here to a lab then. Oh no, they'll be able to grab that. Okay, so they'll be part of this war. Is there any other things I can do good with glamour gems in combat? Yeah, I mean, there is Shadow Warriors, but that doesn't really help us because we already have Blur on every Sacred. Yeah, so it doesn't really help us. Conjure Phantasmal Wolves. I don't know. 1 gem for 2 wolves seems really iffy. I mean, these things would have to be pretty great, right? And these, they have 0 protection. They're ethereal. That's kind of it. And it's a 1 damage phantasmal bite. Armor negating, magic resistance negates, false damage. Doesn't seem ever worth it unless... Maybe if you had like 30 of them. Anyways. Conjure Phantasmal Warriors. You get 2. Still probably not worth it. Conjure Phantasmal Beast. Okay. Now, if this is elemental equivalent, that would be something. It's got 62 hit points, 6 protection. It's ethereal with True Sight, 18 combat speed, 15 MR, 15 morale. It's got 5 attacks, each doing 3 armor negating, magic resistance negates, false damage. And it's magic. Well, yeah, I mean, I think they would probably shred through infantry pretty well. And they're a summon in battle, 62 hit points. Alright, I think there you're starting to get somewhere. I think I could conjure those in battle. Could also summon sprites. Fire elf shots. That's probably not bad either. Assuming it doesn't hit my guys. Sprites, blah, 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 blah. They have elf shot, range 35, 14 attack, 100 fatigue. And they're glamored. True sight. Armor negating fatigue, magic resistance negates. 14 attack's pretty good. I think that's probably not a bad thing either. Especially you get 6 of them. That's a lot of fatigue. If I have... Yeah, you know, you're talking about massed numbers there, though, really. Whereas the beast is kind of better if I just have, like, 3 of them. But yeah, let's go ahead and make another field. We'll do that. And then you, probably just, maybe we could get another sleep. I think we should get another sleeper. Get one more sleeper. And we just mainly want to get a vine shield out of that. And a frost brand you should be able to make for me. Yeah, just do that. Because you never know. Especially if we start a second war or something, it really helps. We got our main, well, not our main army, but a pretty decent army here. Could head into the trackless wastes, but I'm going to head here to crush this and hope that he runs his army into some PD, especially with some elephants here. Okay, okay. Doing a lot of magic stuff. It's always very fun. Oh, we actually do get 2 commander points here. And here. If I get a lab here, I can make a lot of these little bastards. And watch my upkeep skyrocket. Alrighty then. He attacked us in Amiradon. The elephants, I told you. That's great PD. That's excellent. We would have lost that for sure. If this was just like, I don't know, more like light infantry or something shitty, or I don't know, or even cavalry. I don't think we would have gotten that. Okay. And then we attacked Numicria. Shouldn't have been much of a fight. We lost 15 boars and a springhawk there, because of course he moved in. The AI always knows. But fuck him. We lost the Silver Woods. They revolted against us. Zabalba won the arena battle tournament with a Demon of Pus. Yeah, that's a pretty nasty thing that exists. Okay. He's got a bunch of great eagles. Uh-huh. 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 Where the hell was these? Oh, here. Damn. Damn, damn. Okay, let's get the shields on these guys. That's a nice amount of glamour. That's pretty much all correct. Got a nice army here. Nice spellcasters that I probably should script now entirely. Okay, so... yeah, these guys all have... oh, the Thistle Mace as well I made. Which is going to go on... you. Yeah, I also have another cornucopia, but I don't think anyone needs it. Right, so you're the big one. You have 3 nature. You have 7 gems. So Howl is definitely going to be happening every battle, which is awesome. We should just start with Howl. And then Strength of Gaia gets us up to 4. And then with 4, theoretically, I could cast the level 7 one, which we'll get. But we'll just go with Giant Warriors. Or not Giant Warrior, Wooden Warriors. And then with 4 nature, I don't really have almost any evocation. So I don't really have anything that's... We should get a little bit of evocation at this point, because I am bringing a lot of mages in. So we've spent 4. So then I guess you can also just cast Swarm like 3 times. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty solid. So that's specially just for her. But all the other ones that have 3 temp gems. Oh, right, the Ring of the False Prophet. Did we make one of those? We did. Okay. So someone is going to get left off of a fairy in a bottle. Alright, we'll just go with Miriam. You don't get this. You instead get this. Level 3. Boom. Amazing. Amazing. Divine Blessing. And then you're going to cast... So you should be able to upcast into Strength of Gaia. Yep, okay. And then you'll have 3 nature and 1 gem left. It's a little late for Wooden Warriors, but we'll throw it out there. And then I don't know what else you're going to cast at that point, so you're fine. Now everyone else is just going to cast Strength of Gaia. They'll have 2 gems left. So at that point, it's just Giant Warriors. No, Wooden Warriors, and then probably Swarm. Now it says she can't cast it. But as far as I'm aware, you should be able to. So just do that. Okay, and that's like the standard scripts. These other 2. And the thing is, it's like we want them to be kind of close. The Swarm will kind of get in there. Okay. Then there is the Glamour Boys. So we're going to have one that's going to cast Twilight. And then he's got a 2nd gem that he'll spend on Conjure Phantasmal Beast. Again, redded out. I don't know why. And then he's just going to spam Despair, probably. Okay, and then we're going to have another one that's going to start with Phantasmal Beast and then cast Nightfall. And again, read it out. I'm not sure why, and I'm really worried because then they just won't cast it. But I don't think I can cast it simultaneously. Unless Twilight is... no, they're both 200%, so they both go off simultaneously. And Nightfall has to be cast in Twilight. So I don't think you... Yeah, so I don't know. I could just play it safe. I really don't know why it's doing that, but we'll play it safe. I'm just going to have you cast... just anything, really. just cast Gift of Displacement, and then Nightfall. And then, I mean, you should be able to conjure this, but whatever. I just want to be sure that we get Nightfall, because it's pretty big for us. And then you only have 1 gem, so you're just going to conjure the beast and despair. Okay. Alright, something like that. Right. Numikria. We don't have an insanely strong army here. Where is my prophet? Is a question on my... Oh, you're here. Okay, so these guys... Yeah, they still have to do all the blessing, unfortunately. But I think the one with the cornucopia could probably... not do that. So you're gonna have you cast Strength of Gaia, Howl. No, I can't cast Howl. Fuck. Yeah, it is a very expensive spell. Okay, but Strength of Gaia for sure, and then you could cast Wooden Warriors at the least. Not that we have much left here, Jesus. Okay, you're just gonna go take this. Bump that up a little bit. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Our sleeper. Okay, so we've got a Vine Shield Frostbrand. We have Black Steel Full Plate, which is pretty nice. But he does have Golden Scale Mail, but yeah, you know. Problem, of course, is Encumbrance. Yeah, I'm not sure. We could give him Trampling Boots, but that raises his fatigue even higher. So probably not that. Ideally, we'd get some boots with Reinvigoration, which I think exists. Yeah. But for right now, I guess just take the Chi Shoes. And then for helmets, well, we have the Crown of the Titans, but it's not very good. A Horror Helm would be good. But that's not gonna happen, so I don't really have... I didn't get a single... I have all this Black Steel armor, not a single Black Steel helm. Okay. I mean, he does have the Helmet of Champions on, which is fine, I guess. And then for miscellaneous, I wish there was a way to sort this, unless there is a button. Auto sort all items. Wow, there is. That's pretty handy. Okay. Well, you can get morale to prevent Rada, Twist Fate, which prevents the first attack that would actually hit him. I guess that's not terrible. I mean, we could have made some better shit for him. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, it's not phenomenal, I'll say. We could definitely have made some better stuff for him. But he's really just for very light PD kind of situations. Alright, there was a guy here. Here. You. I had him make a water bracelet. Because we were going to have him summon Naiad warriors perpetually. Yes. And then I think... we're not actually summoning anything here currently. So we probably should be constantly summoning Bay Knights. Someone should be on that every round. And then we're not doing anything with nature currently. So what can you do with nature? Woodland spirits. Stunningly beautiful, ethereal, generate wounds as long as their trees are not destroyed. They never leave the land of their home. So they have homesickness. Homesick 40%. Yep, they will not leave. Yeah, I mean the monster boar is just like, it's so, the stuff like that is always so vague as to if it's actually any good. Here's the vine ogres. But, I don't know. Do you have the thing? You do. Ivy Lord. Okay, so you'd get 5 Vine Ogres out of that. Vine Ogre. 55 hit points, 9 protection, 5 defense, 50 morale, 2 fists, 16 damage attacks, blunt resistant, pierce resistant, doesn't need to eat. Yeah, not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I suppose, if that's the best thing. But I think we probably just want to summon the Sounder of Bears, right? Those are sacred. It's much more expensive, sure, but come on. As for our big boy, you probably need to make another ring. Oop, that's right. We need 25 glamour. We're out of glamour. We'll dump all this death. I have no use for it. We have a lot of use for glamour. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we could bump up PD a little bit more to 41 here. Especially the elephant one, just to piss him off even more. Yeah, alteration 7, not quick to get. Zabalba accepted, excellent. I was battling Grey Mercs, no problem there. Can't believe he didn't attack something. I got 36 promotions here. Yeah, it's mostly fine. Okay. That's the end of his territory, so we can head back. We've got this whole massive army. And we want to see them in effect, so I guess let's go to the Trackless Wastes. He moved over here. Yeah, I mean, I assume Zabalba is kind of bothering him. Let's go ahead and get one more ring, and then I think that'll be good, unless we lose them. Otherwise, business as usual. Yeah, it's weird. Like, we barely make our own units, you know? There's just so much summoning going on. So it's kind of unique. It's kind of wild. I like it. But that does mean you could tank different scales. But yeah, it's really just Sloth I think you could tank. Alright, let's watch the battle here, because we want to see all our shit in effect. Okay. Twilight. Takes 2 rounds to cast, but it should have already cast. Didn't get cast. Okay, like, none of the scripting actually happened. Nothing I scripted, like, happened. Throwing out temper armors and stuff. Well, there you got Despair. Okay. I mean, we won. Fine. Yeah. Why didn't anything I wanted to have happen? I guess it's a question of, do we think the temp gen items actually work? I don't know if I've ever actually seen evidence that they do work, except, and I'm pretty certain the Elemental Apprentice has worked. We have seen that summon, be used to summon fire elementals. I almost can be positive we have footage of that. But outside of that, they didn't follow any of the scripts. We didn't get Howl. I don't think I saw a single Strength of Gaia, no Phantasmal Beasts, nothing. So that's a problem that if the Gem Gen mod doesn't do anything. But I think it's a very popular mod. I mean, it could be... No, I mean... I had a thought maybe, but like, this is not an overcast or anything. Like, we're not upcasting is what I'm saying. I have Nature 3. Howl takes 3. Like, it should have worked. I just don't get it. There's also this red text that I shouldn't have based on my math, which isn't complicated math. Nah, I mean, I can't figure it out. It could be some sort of bug. I have no idea. But we'll storm the castle there. Okay, we have not much of an army here. But when combined with Numikria's group here, we might be able to do something. Yeah, you know, we got a decent little pack here. We got the Fey Knights, the Spring Hawks. We get Divine Blessing on everything. I mean, you know. We definitely don't need blessing on top of blessing, though. So... I don't know, you can upcast once. Theoretically, you'd use it on Strength of Gaia. And then group Bark Skin. For a bigger group Bark Skin. I'm not sure what else you would do with it, really. We do have Tangle Thicket. Area effect 4 entanglement, which is pretty good too. For that other discussion I was having. We'll do a group Bark Skin and then sure, Tangle Thicket. And you can do that as well. You can do that as well, although you theoretically not gonna happen. No, well, no, because you'd have to upcast. You need a Thistle Mace. You'd need a Thistle Mace to do. Fuck. Howl. Damn. That would have been nice. Yeah, and these guys don't have any. Yeah, all right. It's fine. So I must have been... What were you doing? Fey Knights? I think you've been summoning Fey Knights, and we're kind of running out of... No, you can keep doing it. Fey Knights. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Could make something. Barrel of Air to help us get over that river without going to another war. Fuck it, make a Barrel of Air. Also, we have 170 units in this garrison. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. This bothers me because I'm not even upcasting, right? Like literally, I'm just like I don't know how Twilight didn't get cast. Unless it was that a nighttime battle that happened? I don't think so. Nighttime darkness or unnatural brightness cause the enchantment to lose its effect. But he didn't even cast it. Like if we go back into that battle, we can watch the guy that's supposed to cast it. He's like right here. He went with Group Blur. Right, that's him. Yep, he's got the shield. He went with Group Blur immediately. It shows the 2 gems here. So he just didn't didn't follow his script. Just not following script at all. And then on to Despair, which I think is on his script. But then, like, none of them are following their script. Now, okay, it is true that they won't spend gems on battles that the game considers to be too small to prevent you from just throwing away your gems. That's the only explanation I could say for that, is that battle was considered too small because it was 6 guys and light PD. And that could be true. You'd think that temporary gems, there's a special override for that. But we can't judge everything just based on that yet. So we'll wait. We'll hold off. And I guess let's just end turn and see. Because the fortress battle will trigger it, so we better see it. All right, so our battle against his capital. So walk up to it. It's got a decent amount of forces here. All right, their strength of Gaia went off. That's good. Oh shit, the winter wolves. Oh yeah, swarm. I forgot about that. Okay, the Fey Knights just shredding everything they touch. Got swarm in place. I think we definitely lost a mage or two from the winter wolves. But overall, Fey Knights doing work. Springhawks got caught in the rout, so that might have hurt. Let's see. We lost 3 blood caps. Okay, that's fine. We didn't lose any mages, but there was a retreat, so we'll see. A great boar, half of our Springhawks died. But he did have some shit there, so it is what it is. Okay, she went back to Numikri, that's fine. Alright, now let's watch this one. So we should see Twilight and Nightfall here. Ow. Okay, we got a Phantasmal Beast. There's the Twilight. There's the Howl. Yes. It's all coming together. Now Nightfall. There it is. Alright, that's going to shred their archer accuracy. It's going to shred their defense and attack on all their dudes, unless they have... No, they don't have night vision or blind... Yeah, dark sight. Dark vision. So, just... embarrassing them. The boars just run wild and can't be hit. Just stomping on them. That's how it's meant to go. Howl, Nightfall, Twilight. Yes, yes, yes. Still lost one of our mages. Hard to say which one. Wasn't carrying anything, apparently. 2 Bloodcaps, 3 Boars, 2 Slingers, 4 Springhawks, 2 Sacreds. But the fortress is ours. That's how that's meant to go. Moderately damaged in his capital already. Great, and I gotta still move the whole army over. Alteration 7 is a couple turns away. So by the time when we storm this capital, we will have the big boy bark skin for the entire battlefield. Ho 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 boy. Oh, I guess he could just make a pocket ship. Which would probably cover us pretty well to just sail across that shit. Yeah, I guess I could just make that. The Barrel of Air is good, though, if we wanted to go in the water. And there is one here, but... I'm pretty sure I'd have to go to war with somebody for that. Tiernanog, probably. So I don't think that's really necessary. So you're right, the pocket ship is probably what I should just make. Alright, never mind. We just have such a big selection of random shit in our inventory. Yeah. And then we'll bump up the PD here to just be somewhat respectable. We could send one off to Mahabre, because we really, really don't want to get into war with Mahabre. Problem is, I feel like he might take this throne. That would put a bee in our bonnet for a moment. Because that is our 4th throne option. And remember, we need 5 on this one. We went bigger. Because I thought I would have fun with Toxandria, and I have had fun. Critically damaged in Bakata. Good. We also have 239 units in the garrison here, so get me a couple geese. Also, yeah, I forgot about this. Jesus. Okay, get me one more goose. And then we'll roll out with a few hundred slingers. I mean, at this point, I don't know. I'm not sure, man. You're just kind of here. You exist. I could send you in a battle, I suppose, to do something for us, because you are a big boy mage. But, I don't know. It feels like there's something you could be doing. I feel like research is not the most exciting thing for him to do, but that's what he's going to do. Oh, yeah, we really should have someone going around building temples. That's true. Also, we could be making these still. Okay, you're going to go here to build a temple. You're going to go here to build a temple. You're going to go here to build a temple. You're going to go here to build a temple. You're going to go here to build a temple. We have a lot of money and don't want to be Dom killed or anything. And hey, you never know. You might actually get to fight in your own dominion once in a while. Mahabre refused for the first one. We have breached Bakata. We have gotten Alteration 7. So now our big one, I think. The one with the giant, yeah. So she's casting Howl, then Strength of Gaia. So that's 3. Yeah, okay, and then just cast Oaken Army. Boom. And at that point, I don't really care what you do. But it does mean we have to rescript everything else. Probably just to, like, swarm or something. I mean, I don't know what else you'd really cast that requires gems or something. Creeping Doom. That is a lot of bugs. Okay. Let's just set this as the new... it doesn't affect that many. It's only the ones with the cornucopia. And then the ones that just are doing this, they have 1 temp gem, which they probably should just spend on Strength of Gaia. And then cast spells. Like, I don't really care. You'll figure something out. Whoops. Oh, fuck. I don't remember what you were on. It wasn't that. Fuck. Oh, I think you were doing a Phantasmal Beast. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay, see, that's all correct. That makes sense. You don't even have to cast Divine Blessing, really, but for now we will. I guess that's all correct. There's still a lot of group bark skin in here. It just doesn't need to be. You just have 2, though. I don't know what else you're going to do. Just start throwing out... throw out some ferocities, maybe, to hit some boars. Make them stronger. You'll figure something out. Everyone will figure something out. I'm not overly scripting this stuff. I got way too many guys here. Many guys doing guy things with their guy pals. I guess that's all fine. We're gonna storm the damn castle. Okay, and he's gonna finally go here with the ice drake. Now go here. Although he's gonna hit the ice drake no matter what. I got a bunch of dudes. Bunch more dudes. That's it. We need a lot more dudes. We need men that can lead men into battle. We'll get there. You are going to build a temple. You're going to build a temple. You're going to just keep wandering around. Build a temple. Temple. Just wait. Alright. Actually, did you get anything new with Alteration 7? Ice walls, sea of ice. All lakes, seas, rivers in the world are frozen by this enchantment. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Alright, never mind. Alright, let's see the giant battle. All of our accumulations here. Our research, our magic, our forging, our summons. It's all coming together here to take the enemy capital. A message from Bakata. Let's first watch our second sleeper. And of course, he moved in like everything he had remaining. So we are almost certainly going to die on this one. The AI is tricky. You know, players can't do stuff like this. Yeah. Players can't know. They don't get to know where you're going to move suddenly a thug out of nowhere. You know, that it just doesn't happen. So it's kind of bullshit. I mean, I don't know if he could have handled 26 PD anyways. But yeah, I mean, the sleeper is just not a great one. But I don't have any good thug options. I really don't. Nothing. The Fey Prince maybe would be better. But really, you want some magic or sacred in there or something. Okay. There's Twilight. Oh my god, the bugs. I don't think we got Wooden Army cast. I didn't see that. I don't know who was responsible for it, but I didn't see it. But we have a lot of things. I mean, our army is just a nasty horde of shit, to say the least. Look at how many bugs. We're struggling a little bit here with the gap. Throwing out slumbers where we can. Okay, we're breaking through the gap. We could just get all the bugs through. The gap's always the toughest thing, though. Oh god, we just deleted his... Oh, is this his pretender? I don't think it is. And he's just a big rock mage he has. Dead now. This is his... Right, couldn't even see it. It's an oracle. But we have magical weapons, which helps a little bit. Because he's ethereal, so we can cut through that bullshit. Casting terror, but we got decent morale, and he's done. Okay, that was too much shit, really. And yeah, I'm bummed that Wooden Army or whatever didn't go off. Alright, we lost 91 blood caps on that one. Ow. Almost entirely due to this thing. Apparently, that must have been. And nothing else really got any kills except for this. With its poison cloud that we all just walked into. We lost a handful of Fey Knights, 25 boars, blah, 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 19 of the Spring Hawks. But other than that, I mean, yeah, it was pretty cleanly done for a capital battle with a pretender. Yeah, this one Catoblepus. That's crazy strong. Fear 10 and a Poison Cloud with a Gaze of Death attack. And I assume he like had Body Ethereal on it or some sort of buffs. What is this from? Conjuration 7. Requires 12 water gems. Level 3 water, 2 death. That's it. Man, oh man. I'd have like 8 of these things. That's crazy. Alright. But that is his capital done for. Alright. So we're gonna have, yeah, I mean, we got multiple armies here. Frodo. Frodo! Here, have 100 boars. I, like, can't, like, outpaced. Oh, and I never picked up those fucking... I completely forgot about that. He's definitely... He's hit this, I'm pretty certain. So we do need to get back there. I also have 80 units in the garrison here. But I'm just determined to wipe out Bakata first before we get to that. Okay. Yeah, we just have so many gems, so many summons. Like, yeah, I mean, this is not going to be too tricky, I would imagine. Lost one blood cap, one hawk. Oh, man. Oh, how did that... Oh, the great eagles. Oh, killed 2 mages. Even with those shields. That wasn't even a tough one. Fuck your eagles. Just hate the eagles, man. Calum has been vanquished and Bakata vanquished. Same turn. Oof. Interesting. Alright, but that's it for that. Let's move back. We're gonna work together for now to take this throne. We'll just work it methodically, right? There's no huge rush. We're not at war. And then we're gonna have probably this army go take this one with the sailing and the water breathing or whatever I have. So a lot of slingers. I feel like I can just beat this one. Hey, look, if we just take all these guys and just go here, right? I mean, I feel like it could end in disaster. I'm not gonna lie to you. Could be disaster. We don't want Twilight or anything. But some sort of Oaken army something could be pretty valuable. Or Howl. Yeah, just fucking cast Howl and we basically win. cast Howl. Army of Shades would also be kind of handy, but I'd have to have 2 glamour. Have to have that shield. Or I'm an idiot and we just grab some glamour gems, because why do I always think it's about temp gems? The reason I always think it's about temp gems is because I don't like to manage it. That's why. But there you go, Army of Shades. And then the other guy also has 4 glamour, which is just crazy. And there isn't that much else I have that he could spam or cast bigly. So yeah, we really don't want Twilight because these slingers don't have that. But at the same time, it's like we're not gonna hit anything anyways, or we just have so much it doesn't even matter anyways. Probably would just help us. I'm not sure. Probably just spawn some phantasmal beasts or something. I don't know. Or just spam despair as always. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. That's our army. We'll see how that goes. Construct a temple. I know I'm short on funds again, I'm aware. And then you're on patrol, and that's it for the moment. Let's send one more to Mahab. I think we're friends with basically everyone else that matters. Not Tir Nanog, but I'm not too worried about him. Pangea has been vanquished. Alright, let's watch the battle in Fort Doom. 300 slingers versus this shit. This is a really weak throne. I wonder if this got hit already. There you go, Army of Shades. So now all the slingers have blur. And we got Howl. The obvious problem, of course, is HP routing from just losing countless slingers. But theoretically, we can just spam the shit out of them. Look at that. Oh, yes. And the wolves coming in, getting despair on them. We got a phantasmal beast. No problem. There you go. Run them over, rock. Easy. 17 slingers died. No problem. Okay. Fuck, I mean, there's barbarians and shit. We can just do that. Oh, he used up all his gems. So we'll go back for the moment. But we'll get to that. This is vampires and stuff, and that's going to be kind of different. Oh, there's this, though. Oh, man, we can do that. And we want to do that before Zabalba. I feel like he's hit this a couple times. Yeah, let's just do that. I feel like some items got shuffled around, some scripting probably broke, but I don't think the big one there broke. But I also don't think that she cast what she was supposed to cast, which was Wooden Army, or Oaken Army. And I think we just want to make sure we get that. That's more important than the howl, so we'll put that at the end. It could be she got so fatigued out or something from how that it just... I don't know. I'm not sure. It's too many fucking units. But I guess I can take a mage or two and... yeah, I got some mages here that could go. Most of them are researching. I haven't made a mage here in a long time. They're all kind of doing something, or they have these chest wounds. But, you know, this guy can handle 125. There you go. Okay, good. Alright, and then we need the... So this barrel of air, 450 size points. So, yeah, that's... It's hard to say. This is 100 size, so it's 500 there. Already, it's 500 there. I think this is too much. I think some of these boars could stay home. $500. Okay, so like, say we take the mage and we give him the sailing thing, pocket ship. Actually, fuck it. Okay, all of you go. And we're just gonna have you make a few more pocket ships, and then everyone will have one. I don't care. Alright. And then it's just kind of a matter of getting them all around to capture. But you can just throw on this ring that I'm sure I made. There you go. And you can go straight here to cap that, and then that, and then that, and then that. Wasn't there not a there wasn't a throne here. Why did I think that was a throne battle? Okay, well, this is the throne battle, right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the plan. Assuming we don't get in any wars, that should all be possible, unless these thrones get sniped real quick. Okay, Mahabharata refused again. It's really being reluctant. I don't blame him, but... And there's Howl, the Despair coming out. Despair, routed. Howl, Howl, routed. Okay, yeah. The routing of the slinger is just a little... And then the heavy shield, like, they just couldn't do it. Yeah, I mean, we lost 65 total. But we did lose one of those mages. We killed very little. We probably should have set all the way back so Howl could take the most effect. Any more of these items? I guess. Just grab a bunch of nature gems. We'll give it another shot. I'm not going to back down just because of that. Yeah. And we assume that these won't be taken anytime soon, so we're fine. We're going to send another little letter to Mahab, our best bud over here. We also apparently made contact with Abyssia Reborn. Oh, look at that. It's besieging Bruce. Alright. Yada, 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 yada. Seems all pretty correct. Can't imagine we lose at this point, but you never know. We got Conjuration 6, huh? That get us access to anything fun and exciting and new? Locust swarms, lamias, forest giants, sprites, the Fey Prince, if we wanted to go that route. Yeah, we should get a Fey Prince. Is that 4 glamour? Alright, well, I need some more ships, I think, so we'll wait. There's so much crap we find. Endless bag. Oh, I thought that was an endless bag of wind. And I was like, what is that? That sounds awesome. Yeah, just one more, one more pocket ship. This should be fine now. Good, good. And then we got everybody here for a party. So... Right, not going to be able to cast Army of Shades because I forgot Glamour Gems. So that's a bummer. Now, hold and fire closest. Hold and fire archers. Fire closest. Okay. And you're going to cast Howl. And that's basically it. I guess you could cast... Maybe you can upcast Oaken Army. Maybe? Probably? Yeah, you should be able to. I don't see why not. And you should have enough gems, so yeah. Yeah, alright. So we're just gonna move as far back as possible so Howl gets the most effects. Gets it lasting the longest. Yeah, alright. What's the worst gonna happen, right? Alright, 2 throne battles this turn. Let us see how it goes. Hey, Mahab accepted. Excellent. Alright, first we're going to see the Slinger Extraordinaire. There's Howl. Yeah, I don't know how much it really had time to work. Again, like, just cannot do anything to these heavy infantry. Because it's bludgeoning, it's not even piercing. Yeah, alright. It was a fun experiment, but whatever. And then the true army. There, now it went off. Now it went off. Easy. Lost 8 more blood caps to the last 2 Springhawks. Done. That was definitely been hit before. Okay. So we just have to have our Prophet Boy claim it. We will PD a lot on it. No, it doesn't really matter, but someone else could take this over from him, and then where are you? Let's do this. Good, good. Alright, just head on home, I suppose. You tried. You tried, guys. a minute, you were building here. Alright, you get a pocket ship. And is that a ship in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see me? Blah, blah, blah. All correct. So that group should be able to... Okay. So what if I... Nope. Okay, what if I... So even he... That's only over the ocean. It's definitely enough size points, and it's definitely enough size, so it must just not work over rivers. What about the barrel of air? Yep, that does work. Fuck. Well... Fuck it. That was a mistake. I mean, I get it. I get it, sort of. I don't like it, but I get it. We'll just see if the Kidnids can just win this battle. And then I need you instead forging Barrel of Air. A bunch of them. Which is Air Magic 4, so it has to just be him. All right, yada yada yada. We're claiming blah blah blah. Her first throne. Yep. All right, let's watch the Kidnids. See how they do. They're pretty solid. Although they've all been diseased and shit, but the Aw 4 is just so good. Boom boom. Aw. Alright, they struggle a little bit with actually killing stuff due to 13 damage bronze swords. But, you know, they're also starving. But yeah, okay. Not even reading these unexpected events anymore. It's just all shit. And then this, Barbarian, I mean, honestly, with Awe, they might have it. They might, and they're unarmored, so I think they might actually win that. You know what? I'm willing to just do this. But we do have one other barrel, so we'll send along this one. I should probably send along the mage to capture right away. Okay. 45, 45. Okay. Yeah, let's just send along cavalry. Yeah, you know what? Fight just cavalry. And you're gonna equip this ring. Don't lose it. Give you a shield and missile protection. You know, just to be. There you go. Good. And yeah, why don't you bring along some gems and just, you know, get silly with it, really. Yeah, alright. I think they got that. We got our throne, so we're moving on and heading down to here. Yeah, I know you were gonna cap, but we didn't. It didn't happen that way. Finally ran out of earth gems. It's all right. Let's see it. All summons. This is an entire summoned battle. Uh oh, Sabbath Master, Sabbath Slave. Bay Knights are going to hit Barbarians here, but that's alright. Just go for the commanders. We'll hold the line. Aw, in full effect up there. Boom, dead. Routed, 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 routed. Dead, dead. Yep, I knew they could do it. Easy. Awe is really damn good. We lost 12 kidneys against that full barbarian onslaught. We only have 15 protection and 10 health. So Awe was just doing so much work. Alright. And you will claim. You will just patrol. And we will have the PD. Maybe I should be buddies with Abyssia. We'll just pen off a quick letter here. Yeah, alright, let's get the hell out of here now. Well, that's two. That's two done. So just these last three, assuming we don't get into a war, this is basically a done deal. And I think you probably guesstimate that based on the remainder length of this video. If it's about 20 minutes or so, then we're in the clear. If it's an hour, then whoo boy. Something got fucked up. Oh yeah, we wanted to summon the Fey Prince. Yeah, I think we're doing that. Just seeing how that looks. You are constructing a temple. We are heading out of here. You are constructing a temple. You need to stop making those. Actually, you probably should stop making slingers in general, but we'll leave it. And it's always risky. Like, yeah, you could bring along 1,000 slingers. That's true. But remember, they can't kill a whole lot because they can't penetrate that much. And there's always the HP army, well, the army routing rule, where if 75% of your army dies, all of your other units route automatically. And if 75% of your army is just consisting of, like, slingers or whatever, and the enemy drops some, like, insane AoE shit constantly, you're gonna rout your whole army very, very quickly, which, when otherwise you wouldn't have. So cheap, like, hordes of cheap chaff is pretty risky unless you're, like, summoning it in the battle. In which case, I don't think it counts. Abyssia also accepted. Man, the only war that happened this whole game was the one we started. Nemeton has been vanquished. Alright, so here's our Fey Prince. So things that are available to him without any gems and just automatically. He gets personal bark skin. He gets displaced body. He gets Dance of Ephemeral Swords. Personal luck. You can cast all those things, no problem. And that's already pretty solid. Before you throw on a Vine Shield and a Frostbrand. You know, he doesn't really... Yeah, okay. I think that's all pretty solid. He is glamored already, so he doesn't need mirror image. And he has Awe 3. That's huge, as we've seen. So, yeah, I think this is a decent thug chassis. But he just needs a Vine Shield. He does have Fey Plate Armor, which is 21 protection, 3 encumbrance. Which is already kind of... Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty solid. I don't think I need to replace it. Doesn't benefit from boots. He does have a Gossamer Shield. That's pretty shitty. So you'd want the Vine Shield. Yeah. He probably wants a Frost Brand, I would say. Just for the AoE. That's the usual stuff. And then he needs some kind of helmet. We do have the Black Steel Helm, though. Oh, he's crowns and laurels only. Oh, jeez. What a prima donna. Okay, well, we can find something in that category. Crowns and laurels only. And then miscellaneous items. Well, there's Bear Claw. Probably wants the Cat Charm, though. I think we'd have to just make a couple things for him if we really wanted to. That's always the question, is like, is it worth really gearing this guy out, or is it worth just making a second Fey Prince? So usually you want your light thugs or something like this to just be as equipped as lightly as needed for what you want them to do. What do I want this guy to do? Well, nothing, really. The game's over. But on the flip side, I could give him this, and he could lead 250 units into battle, which is pretty nuts. Yeah, and then we just bring along some guys to cast, or just hold the boars. I don't need any more summons. Yeah, fuck it. I don't need any more summons. I don't really need any more research. And you're coming with too. I don't know what we're going to go do, but we're going to do something. Maybe this one. Yeah. I mean, they could benefit from gems. He'd probably benefit from just taking some gems. And grab some glamour gems. You probably want all the gems. Who knows what you'll cast. You're a wild card, my friend. And he's got nature and glamour, and oh my god. He doesn't have death. I don't know why I gave him death gems. You probably want earth gems. I mean, who knows what they're gonna cast. Yeah, I mean, this is coming to a close here. I'm maneuvering more than I probably need to. But you never know. We might have to go to war with Zabalba. Oh, someone overwrote my Mother Oak. Loanthus. That was Mahabre. Well, you could have asked, pal. But we don't need any nature gems anymore. Alright. Yeah, just moving things along. This is the wind down phase. We already kind of had our climax by winning that war. The rest of this doesn't really matter a whole lot. When did you become a bird? Oh, I got a siren at some point. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, yes. Sure, something cool will happen with that, right? Gonna be an interesting battlefield. Alright, not as crazy as I thought it would be. But yeah, this is all garbage trash. Oh, that's not good. I forgot about the vampires. Oh, but Swarm came to the rescue there. Yeah. Despair everywhere. Slingers coming in. Bugs swarming. Bay Knights. Poison shots. Oh, finally, Oaken Army went off. Some stuff definitely routed there. Oh, we actually lost. We lost one Maiden Priestess. 3 of them lost their mounts. Yeah, we lost a few mages there due to the vampires dropping. I completely forgot they existed. 15 blood caps, 21 great boars, 31 slingers. Yeah, but we killed 371 things. Mostly chaff. But yeah, the barbarians got 41 kills. The one vampire lord got 28. Okay. Yep. And then someone dropped the ring, which went to you. Great. I'm glad that's random. Flame Throne of Ascension. Hey, you're all coming with. Going on an adventure. I don't need to build them temples, but I'm doing it anyways. Also, Zabalba is currently being besieged by Mahabre. Right? Bunch of shit. Job done. Alright, I think we can stop making fucking slingers that I'm not even gonna take along. It's kind of tempting just to grab 1,000 of them, but again, like that does have its own faults. I wouldn't say that's foolproof. Okay. Alright, this will be our 4th throne. And coming up on our 5th. Most of this isn't even going to get to the field. Too slow, too slow, too slow. If I had to guess, I don't think Oaken Army is going to get cast. Just because items have shuffled around, things died. I don't know if the scripting is still in place. But the bugs are still there. think I saw it get cast at all. So, but it doesn't matter. It was easy. There's so much shit. 3 blood caps, 2 pikemen died. That's it. Sorry, weakened though from my hundreds and hundreds of slingers. Oof, jeez. Mahabre is not fucking around, is he? Damn, dude. Way OP nation, at least for the AI. Okay. Whoops, 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 whoops. Alright, 4th throne done. Normally we'd be done with the game, but we wanted to go a little extra. Blah, 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 blah. Bunch of shit, no wars. And we got 146. I think we're going to wait here a moment. Let's bring it all together, shall we? The entire culmination of my entire might of Toxandria. Yeah, and we'll just so he doesn't get any funny ideas, but he would have to wait 3 months, and by then we will have won. You never though that you know they have those flying hawks or something, and then suddenly you lose the province, and then you lose the throne temporarily. Okay, we're waiting here. We're getting there. Come on, get in. We're gonna just sit here and starve for a while. Vanheim got vanquished. Dang. Alright, just, we want to wait for Frodo. We gotta wait for Frodo. Ugh. Oh, Tirnanog declared war and attacked Kness Plain and took it. Okay. Well, a little too late for that. Where the hell is Kness Plain? Oh, here. Alright, dude. I mean, you can enjoy this. Not sure how good my PD actually is. But, yeah. Alright, that's everything. Nothing really scripted whatsoever, but I'm sure it's okay. That is a lot of deer and barbarians. Boar versus deer. Except my boar is sacred. Your deer is not. My god, the sacred boar is just running wild. Look at all this shit! Holy hell, man. I mean, I don't even know if I have, like, a national identity at this point. It's just, like, boars, naiad warriors, fey knights, unicorns, bugs, slingers. But I suppose... There you have it. Demolished. My god. I got attacked. Oh, also we went to war with... Oh, he took Donnermark. Yeah, see, I told you my PD's just not really good. Because it's just like Fleggles and, like, it's just, yeah. The Ice Strikes, 61 kills. Forest of Pine. From Hunza. Forest of Pine. Really? How the fuck did you get there? Well, no thrones are in danger basically anywhere. Yeah, they can't get to a throne from where they are. Damn impressive, though. The very last second, they sensed the imminent victory, but just a little too late. Claim that throne, baby. Show me that victory. There it is. All right. Well, wow. Yeah, that was a pretty fun one. Toxandria is pretty nice. I think we all thought that we would just have hordes of our little guys just stabbing everything to death and blinding people. But, I mean, the problem was archers. The problem is air shield. Like, there's just no easy, good way to access that. Like, maybe. I think maybe. I don't think he would do it. I don't think it would work, but... I mean, there are ways to get it. I'm not saying that there's ways to get anything with any nation. Like, it's all possible, depending on how, you know, especially with the Matrix items that let you make communions with anybody. Like, sure, it's all possible. But we're talking about, like, the early game. I think Toxandria has a very rough early game, unless you have an Awake Expander. But I do think an Awake Expander is kind of viable, because your scales can be pretty light. We went with, what, 2 Order, 1 Sloth, and, like, a Luck, I think? Something like that. I think that was something we did. Maybe, I don't know. We took a pretty light scale. A Heat, maybe. I do think money is kind of valuable in the early game, because you want to get a bunch of labs set up. Because your research is fucking atrocious, and you want a lot of research. So, I mean, you might benefit from 2 magic, but really you just want to get that Book of Secrets up as fast as possible, now that I know about that. But yeah, I think you need a lot of money, so I wouldn't change 2 Order, but growth sort of helps in the long run, and I don't think they really need it in the long run. They just need money early on, so I don't know if I'd take any growth. So really, my scales are probably okay, but I could have slipped a little bit more, gone 2 Sloth even, or 3 possibly. I mean, I basically didn't spend any resources. And then, yeah, maybe an Awake Expander. And yeah, honestly, I think you could go, honestly, just for a Bless for your Expander. Because your Sacred units are not that great. Even with Air Shield, they're, like, not stupendous. They're alright, they're decent. But this feels like kind of a summon nation. I wouldn't have called that, I didn't think that, but that's what definitely worked for me. And so it's like, okay, so your units just can't really work in the early game due to having really slow movement. You know, combat speed 6 with 5 hit points, 10 protection, and no shield is just mind-boggling. And there's no way around that. Like, you don't have a shielded unit at all, which is weird. So yeah, it just feels like it was a nation intended for summons, and you get a lot of national summon spells, including the boar one. I think the boar is your sacred. So if you're gonna go for a bless, pick one for the boar, which would be, do I have a healthy boar anywhere? I have a healthy boar with no experience. Just to look at, no, okay. Yeah, I think like, could do Stygian Flesh. I do think Air Shield did help the boars a lot, though. So I might still lean towards Air Shield. Because I don't know what you'd pick. You wouldn't take Ethereal because they're tramplers, and that's an important part of it. So there's not much that actually protects strictly against arrows or makes you really protected against arrows other than Air Shield or maybe Stygian Flesh. You could do Bark Skin, but it's not that good for them. You could take Regen and Blood Bond, and that would probably work. But keep in mind, Regen Blood Bond is fucking terrible for your normal your normal guys. Like, it's completely useless. So yeah, you wouldn't really, I would say you probably don't want to make any of these sacreds. And I'd probably just go Regen, Blood Bond, and Blood Surge, really. Yeah, and just work your way with the boars as your sacred. But then there's so many other good summons that you can get. The Fey Knights, the Naiad Warriors, the Phantasmal stuff, Unicorns even. There's some other stuff in there that I thought was kind of good. Pixies, maybe, or yeah, I don't know, something like that. Anyways, yeah. So it was kind of a wild ride, up and down, back and forth. Then we had a rough start, but a good finish, and yeah, I enjoyed Toxandria quite a bit. Yeah, that was a lot of magic and a lot of fun, and that's a good nation. I recommend them. But that's gonna do it. Another one off the list. I'm not actually removing things from a list. I'm not even marking that I've done them. I'm just keeping it all in my memory. So hopefully we don't run into a situation where I redo something, but that's not the worst thing. Well, it is kind of bad because that means I have no memory of doing them at all, and I do them a second time. That's not good. I didn't learn anything then. Anyways, my name is Mangg. This has been Dominion 6 with Toxandria. I'll see you fine folks around.